Check out all these Model Y colors.
Most people pick their Tesla Model Y color based on what looks good on the configurator page. But picking the wrong color may leave you with some regret. There are factors to consider like costs, tougher maintenance, heat rejection, and much more. So stick around until the end because I will rank every Tesla color in person and reveal which one actually makes the most sense for you to buy.
Starting off with lowest on the list, we have the deep blue metallic, which is an extra $1,000 cost. Now, don't get me wrong, this is just my opinion, but depending on the amount of light that's kind of shining on it, it either looks really great or it looks very dull. When there's a lot of sun shining on it like right now, it really pops. However, if there's any shade, it's casty, or at night, it pretty much looks black and it loses its blue pop completely. So I do like the Glacier Blue. However, I know it's not available in North America. I really hope Tesla brings it here eventually.
Now, just to prove it to you guys, we spotted the deep blue metallic at night. Now, even though it's a Model 3, you can see how muted the blue looks. Now, other pros and cons to consider of this blue, it has metallic flakes, which tend to hide small scratches and swirl marks better than solid paints. It's also less flashy than red, but it's still a color with some personality. But the downsides are, this blue is darker, which will absorb more heat from the sun, and this blue also makes dust and road grime more obvious. And lastly, metallic pigments in general can make repairs or touch-ups more expensive.
Up next, I have the Pearl White Multi-Coat, which is $1,000 extra charge. The reason why I also have it lower on the list is maybe the fact that my old Model Y used to be white and I want to change a pace, but it's more than that. I think the contrast when the LED light bar is lit up and when the body's white as well, I don't think there's as much of a color contrast. And it also blends in quite a bit with the traffic as well, although it does an excellent job with showing the body lines.
Now, the other pros of white is it's very good at hiding light scratches and swirl marks. Out of all the colors, it reflects the heat the most, keeping your cabin cool from the sun. And in general, it should have a pretty good resale value since it's a timeless, classic color that most go for. Now, on the downside, it shows bugs like nothing else. On road trips especially, you'll see a colony of bugs on your front bumper, making it more visible than any other paint. Also, white tends to show mud stains, especially in the winter, a lot more than other paint colors. And because it's not a solid white, it's actually a pearl white multi-coat, it may need extra polishing or coating to maintain its pearlescent multi-coat shine.
And at number 4, I have the Diamond Black, which is the $1,500 option. This is actually the first time I'm seeing the Diamond Black in person, but I gotta say, no car company should ever charge extra for black. It's a pretty standard color. Same goes for white. Let's take a closer look at the diamond design and see if we can see it. To be honest, it's really hard to tell where it's supposed to sparkle, and I'm not really seeing it in person, to be honest. All this looks like it's sparkling, but really, it's just dirt. I don't know, I've seen videos where it sparkles, but in person, it's really not sparkling much for me. This is strange. This is 100% the Diamond Black. There's no other black options even available, so it's a little bit surprising actually. Other than the black being an extra cost, not only is it impossible to keep clean, right after a wash, you'll see the dirt start showing up immediately, but it also shows swirl marks, scratches, quite easily as well. But on the upside, I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty damn good. All blacked out with let's say you tint the front windshield, you tint the side windows, and you have these 19-inch crossflow wheels as well, that gives it a black look. And then you have the contrasting LED light bar, and that gives it kind of like a Batmobile look, which makes it obviously look good. Actually guys, I did find a Diamond Black sitting in the sun, and I actually do see it sparkling now. If you come close, you can see it over here. That's actually pretty cool. Even though it's pretty cool, you hardly notice it unless you're in the light, so keep that in mind.
Also, this seems like more of a premium paint, so if you damage it, it might be hard to maintain. And also because black is a dark color, it will absorb a lot of heat. But on the plus side, it should have good resale value, since most people don't mind the color black.
At number 3, I have the free option, which is the Stealth Gray. Now, historically, I've been pretty harsh on this color, but something about this color suits this car really, really well. I like how the Stealth Gray and the light bar kind of complement each other, and the huge factor here, the fact that it's free, really works to its advantage. And it also does a pretty decent job of hiding dirt. If you can't tell right now, if you come up close, it's actually kind of dirty. If you just take a look, see the little bug there, see the little dust over here? See that? That's a lot of dust. But I bet you couldn't tell because you were all the way there.
Now, the Stealth Gray is the only paint color that's free. It's a perfect middle ground between dark and light colors, so it does a decent job of hiding dust like I was previously mentioning, so it's stealthy and refined, which most people will like, and it will have a good resale value. It'll have less heat rejection than white, but more than black. Now, some things that work against it, it can appear that it's black over gray. I actually thought it was initially when I was walking over to it, and it will show swirl marks and imperfections more visibly than other colors. Lastly, it's more of a common color, so you may blend in with the traffic more than other paint choices.
At number 2, I have the Ultra Red, which is an extra $2,000 charge. And let me tell you, I absolutely love this color. I almost went with it, to be honest, but there are some downsides that kind of work against it. For one, it is pretty flashy, so if you're not into that, you will definitely stand out on the road. But if you're into that, hey, get the Ultra Red. Pretty much almost a tie for the first place, to be honest. One thing that works against it is that statistically the cars that are red actually tend to get pulled over more than cars of other colors.
Wrong. Looks like I've been lied to my whole life because I just looked that fact up. No matter what color of your car, you're likely to get pulled over solely based on your driving behavior. I love how this red changes based on the amount of light that's entering it. Look how much darker it looks in the showroom. Really gives it an overall sporty feel. But one downside to consider is you might have tougher time selling this color versus other paints because not everyone prefers red on their car since it's a polarizing paint option. Also, because it's a premium paint, you may have trouble having to repair it if you end up scratching or chipping the paint anywhere. Now, before I move on to the first place, I actually asked ChatGPT how it would rank all these Tesla colors based on cost, resale value, style, heat rejection, and how easy it's to keep clean. And the results will surprise you. At number 6, they have diamond black in the last place. At number 5, they have deep blue metallic. At number 4, we have ultra red, which is really low. And at number 3, it's Quicksilver. And at number 2, we have the Stealth Gray, the free option. And shockingly, at number 1, we have the Pearl White Multi-Coat. But what did I put for my first place?
And at number 1, without a surprise, I have my own Model Y, which is the Quicksilver at $2,000 extra charge. Now, there's so many different pros with this color. It stays clean really well. So whenever it has dust and dirt on it, I can't even tell unless I actually go up close. The body lines show really well out of all the different colors.
Now, having owned the Pearl White Multi-Coat and the Quicksilver for a few months now, I will say this paint feels more premium in the sense that I'm not getting any rock chips like I did with the Pearl White Multi-Coat. Now, this could be that Tesla has improved their overall paint quality, or it could just mean that the Quicksilver is more premium paint. And because it's silver, it has less heat absorption than darker colors, probably the second best after white. But there are downsides, like the elephant in the room. It's a $2,000 extra charge, making it the most expensive paint along with the ultra red. And because it has a metallic finish, you'll have to do a good job of protecting it from any swirl marks or scratches because it will be expensive to repair.
Now, if you want to check out the color rankings for the old Model Y and the new Model 3, watch these videos above.